Alright guys, it's Batgirlfanatic84 back here once again for a video, and I was going to do a live stream, but I have to have an encoder, try to figure it out, maybe sometime this week coming up. But the reason for this video is I seen the new Logan trailer. That's right, for the new Wolverine movie, the final Hugh Jackman Wolverine film. The water. I'm doing a lot of talking. Now, I love the X-Men, but the last couple of films have been terrible. Even though this is standalone X-Men film, out of the two Wolverine films that came before Logan, I still think that the Wolverine was the best one, despite its problems with the Silver Samurai being a giant robotic machine instead of an actual person inside the adamantium suit. Now with this one here, the Logan, it's going to be really interesting because I've never followed the Old Man Logan storyline, and this is, I think, what it's based off of because of the title, because it's not titled Wolverine. And you do get to see the X-23, that little girl. Everybody kept saying it has to be the X-23, and sure enough, it is the X-23. We get to see those two claws come out. I would love to see the one claw on the foot come out, and she really starts, messing people up. I mean, the fight scenes that we've seen of her was badass. I mean, I can't wait to see that March 23rd when we get to see both her and Wolverine kick the living shit out of people. That's going to be awesome. But, this is set, I believe, in the future because in the first trailer, all of the X-Men are dead. The only two X-Men are left are Wolverine and Professor X. Professor X has gotten older. I don't know if that's because Patrick Stewart is aging or if they put prosthetics on to make him look older, but they did a good job with Hugh Jackman. I mean, they made him the whole gritty looking, and of course Wolverine's healing factor is slowing down. It's going to be really interesting from start to finish what's really going to happen, and this is like setting like in the old, kind of like the old West style, like in the desert plains. It's going to be really interesting to see what is really definitely going to happen. I can't wait to see what is going to happen at the end of the film. And Hugh Jackman being the last time playing this character, he's retiring as Wolverine from this role. I'm hoping that this movie, for his sake, I'm hoping that this movie is going to be the best Wolverine film out of them all, which I'm hoping. We're going to have to wait and see until March 23rd. Now, going off the topic here, I've been a big X-Men fan. I've told the story many times. Got hooked on to the 90s X-Men TV show on Fox Saturday Morning Kids back in the day. And, the last couple of X-Men films were just terrible. I was in high school when they started the X-Men franchise back in 2000 with the original trilogy, 1, 2, and then you got 3. I was in high school when the first one came out, and I had already graduated high school when I believe the second one came out in 2003, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. I like the first two X-Men films right there. Last Stand was messed up, and then you get to Origins Wolverine, and it goes from that to First Class, I believe it is. And then you go from First Class to The Wolverine, and from The Wolverine, it's Days of Future Past. I didn't really like Days of Future Past, and I didn't like the latest X-Men film that came out, Apocalypse. I mean, they screwed up Apocalypse. They should have just went on and had the original team from the original trilogy take on Apocalypse. Apocalypse was all messed up. He never changed sizes until they were in like that dream state with Professor X, which was terrible. You know, I don't know what they were thinking with that part, but you know, Apocalypse didn't even look menacing at all. I mean, come on. And then, you know, the mid-credit scene for Apocalypse, there's a hint that they were going to, with the next X-Men film, if they were going to make it, they were going to go after Mr. Sinister, which was going to be the villain, but I guess they're going to reboot them all, and it's going to start off the New Mutants, and you know whatnot. Who knows what the hell is going to happen, but going back to the Logan story, you know, it's going to be a good film. I mean, I'm hyped. I mean, this is one of the films, you know, I'm pretty much hyped up for. March 23rd, this is before summer hits. So, I mean, I'm probably going to be one of the people, or one of the many people, at the end of this movie, getting up and clapping, because Hugh Jackman said it's his last time playing Wolverine, so we're going to have to wait and see what is going to happen with the Wolverine character in this film. I'm looking forward to it, start to finish. I might even have to get me a bowl of popcorn to watch this one. Definitely, because usually, most of the times when I go to the films, I don't even eat popcorn. I just sit there and I watch them. But I might have to on this one. But, yeah, anyways, it's, you know, going to be interesting to see where this is going to go, how this is going to start out. How does the X-23 come into play in this film? Because I'm not really familiar with that character. I know she's a clone of Wolverine or something. Guys, don't get me wrong. I mean, I love the comic book superheroes, but I'm not really die hard into the history of the stuff, you know, like that. I mean, but other than that, March 3rd, bring it on. I'm gonna be there. Probably not on that day. Probably sometime on the weekend when it comes out. And hopefully this is gonna be a good one. And hopefully Hugh Jackman rocks it out like he's never done before. Take care, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the video.